Well. FPL is back. Welcome everybody to Fantasy Football G for the new FPL season. We're going to take a good look at my first draft that I've put together for you guys. And most importantly, we're also going to dive into those new changes so we can see how they could affect our game this season. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everybody. So if you're new to the channel, please, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll say, give yourself a bit of time to hear me out. If you do, then make sure you like. And yeah, let's get into it. So before the game went live, there were some new changes announced. I think for me, the big one is that first one right there. You now get to roll 5 free transfers. Now, if you're new to the game, rolling basically is every week you get 1 transfer. So you can then decide not to use that transfer and it rolls over to the next week when you get a new transfer. So that means you'll have 2 transfers. Previously, you'll only be able to roll 2 transfers. But now you can basically roll until you gather up 5 transfers. Of course, once you reach those 5 transfers and you go to the new game week, it won't go up to 6. It won't go down to 4. It will stay on 5. And I think the big update with this as well is the fact that when you have your chips, previously what used to happen is it used to reset down to 1, even though you had rolled over to getting up 2 transfers. So for me, this is a real game changer because I'm a planner, and now I feel like it's mini wild card. And I think we all know what happens at the beginning of the season for the regulars is you start your season and then it's like, okay, I'm really having a bad start. I need to change. And sometimes you just don't want to use your wild card that early. So I think it makes the planners start to plan like, okay, I need to build a team for at least the first 5 first 5 game weeks. That way, if I'm really not loving my team, there are a few players I know I can actually remove. And it also allows you to actually do a lot of huge moves, considering the price increases with such players like Haaland and Cole Palmer as well. So you can do more than 2 moves in order to actually free up funds in order to actually bring in another player. So I really like it. It's dope. And then the other one is that there is a new mystery chip. As they said, they don't know exactly. Well, not they don't know. We don't know exactly what it is, but they will reveal it before January 2025. Any idea, Kat, as to what it is? I don't know, but I think the big conversation between the community is it might be something to really help those casuals or people who've fallen off in the middle of the season to try and get them to jump back up. So probably a limitless of some sort, but something maybe to just really try and get you back in the game, rack up your points or something like that. So we'll see. But I am interested. I think, if you're still in the game, it's another way to, gain that, cover that gap or maybe even create more of a gap between you and the others as well. So we'll see. Then when a goalkeeper scores, they now get 10 points. And look, it's an update, but I mean, that hardly happens. From what I know in the history of the Premier League, like 6 players that have scored, 6 goalkeepers. So it randomly happens, honestly. You can't even look at that update and be like, okay, I need to pick this goalkeeper. Like, bro, there's not even a goalkeeper on set pieces, but it's just nice to know, basically. And then bonus point system update as well. So for those of you who don't really know, the point system is basically a system that FPL use to reward players on their performances in key areas. So, for example, one of the updates is when saving a penalty reduced from 15 to 9 points. So before, when a penalty was saved, the goalkeeper would get at least 15 bonus points. And that goes up to telling his bonus points at the end of the actual game. The player with the most bonus points at the end of the game will get 3 bonus points towards their game week. The second player, 2 bonus points. The third player, 1 bonus point. So the update there is when they save a penalty, they're not getting like 15 bonus points, they're getting 9 bonus points. Goalkeepers and defenders who concede a goal, now they get -4 bonus points. So I don't know. It's like, yeah, man, it kind of hinders now the going for defenders a lot, really, because it's almost like now for defenders to really get actual bonus points, they have to get a clean sheet. They really, really have to get a clean sheet. And for me, this has sort of stirred my direction into not really investing so much into the defense. But in the end of the day, money still needs to be spent in the defense. You need a clean sheet. So it is what it is. Goal line clearances, now we'll get 3 bonus points. So, I mean, in the Premier League, that is an occurrence that happens a lot, especially for some low blocking teams as well. So, yeah, that's something you can think about if you're picking like the small teams defenders. Fouls now, fouls 1 is 1 bonus point. So players like Doku, Saka, they basically become very good enablers, very good players now for you to actually put into your squad. Wingers, that are actually getting those fouls. So, yeah, I think that's really going to help towards them getting that extra bonus point at the end of the game. And then shots on target is an extra 2 bonus points. Now, I think your strikers start to become really important, especially strikers who are taking shots and firing, And I don't want to say just strikers, but even your midfielders as well. So your Mo Salah, basically, not your Darwin Núñez, not your Jackson, and maybe not even your Richarlisons. So you have to be careful there because, you want to make sure that you're picking a striker who's at least going to be taking quality shots rather not just out there just hitting free range the whole day. So yeah, guys, that's the updates there. I think let's get into the most important part, which is the one which you guys have all been waiting for. Kat, what is your team? So this is my team. I will read it out for you guys. So from the top, I've got Pope in goals, and then I've got Guardiola, I've got Saliba, I've got Kanate, and Udogi in defense. That's my 4-man defense there, and I've got Faze there as the 5th defender who's on the bench. Then I'm playing a 4-3-3, and in the midfield 3, I've got a Kevin De Bruyne, Son, and Anthony Gordon. And then on my 3 strikers, I've got Isak with the captaincy, I've got Havertz, and I've got Watkins. And on the bench, I've got Sanchez and Nkunku first sub, and I've got Smith Rowe second sub with Faze as the last sub. So this is the no Haaland, no Salah draft. I felt like I had to see what it also looked like and what it could do. I mean, there's a lot of things you could change here and tinker there. Like, for example, Smith Rowe for me, he's going to, be making a move away from Arsenal. I think, if he's in the Premier League, be it Crystal Palace or be it Fulham, I think he's going to be starting there, especially if he goes to Crystal Palace, with Ulisse gone. I think Eze also might be leaving. He could become that talisman over there. We all know what he's capable of. And he's at 5.5. Another 5.5 guy you could be actually taking is McGinn. He is really highly involved in the gameplay as well. So, I think, that's someone you can go to, or Tielemans as well. I mentioned those two because they tend to start. Well, McGinn starts all the time. Tielemans is a bit of a minute's risk, but when he does start, he has really good impact and plays very much behind the striker. So he has opportunities to create those goals and stuff, and they have good fixtures from what I've seen. And then I don't think I really need to justify a lot of the guys because for me, when it comes to this first draft, like I said, with those 5-3 transfers, I'm really trying to focus on building a draft for the first 5 games. I really want to build up those transfers because knowing myself, I will have those times where I really want to make some changes and I do not want to take hits. I'm I'm that type of player who just does not want to take hits. So, in my opinion, as well, with 5 free transfers, guys, we should not be taking hits at all this season. That is just my suggestion. But yeah, going through the team, Newcastle, Pope and goals. They're playing Southampton opening game, and following that, they have some very good fixtures. Vardio, I mean, for me, fixture proof considering the way he ended off the season. So is Arsenal's defense there with Saliba. He's really just the safety guy. You could go for Gabriel, but I'm just a bit suspicious considering with links to Calafiori, because I'm really not sure where Calafiori is going to slot in. We think he's going to slot in at left back, which he could. But I don't know. I just wouldn't be surprised if Arteta brings him in to actually replace Gabriel. And I know you guys are like, what are you talking about, Cap? This is just me. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he brought him to replace Gabriel and have Gabriel second, and Timber actually be the left back with Ben White on the right as well. So that's my concern there. So I just feel like, with more firepower coming into that defense, I think I'll just stick to Saliba right now. I do like Timber. I think Timber's going to play. I really do. But we'll have to see. Only time will tell. Konate there is just a way into a cheap way into the Liverpool team, in all honesty, and defense. They're playing Ipswich, and they've got some really great fixtures even after that as well. So up to Gameweek 6, I believe, and then so do Tottenham. I went with Dogi because it was just cheaper than Porro. I just felt like with that whole bonus system update, I just felt like spending that much between those two I don't think it's going to be worth it. But Porro could be on fire. We don't know. We'll have to see at the same time. But that was just me trying to save money. Kevin De Bruyne, honestly, we'll have to see if he's going to leave. If not, it's such an easy switch just to Foden because they're the same price, 9.5. So I don't think it's really a train smash there. It's just a City placeholder, quite frankly. And I think if De Bruyne does stay, I think he is the obvious choice between him and Foden. I mean, Foden did have a great season last season, but De Bruyne was out, and when he's playing, then Foden's role sort of changes. So it really does impact Foden. So I think I would rather go with De Bruyne there. And then Son playing Leicester. Yeah, they're away. You never really want to be playing a promoted side at home on their first game. So we'll see. And then Gordon is playing Southampton at home. I think that's a no-brainer. Him and Isak. I've got the captaincy on Isak because I think that he'll do well at home. Both him and Gordon and Isak. Penalties. We'll have to see what the plan is with Wilson. But I think Isak is sure locked in there in terms of starting with the league. And then Kai Havertz is away into that Arsenal attack. And Watkins is also Watkins. He was the top English goal scorer last season. So, yeah, I think that makes the team on the bench. And Nkunku, for me, I think is an obvious choice because of that 6.5 million bracket. I think there's so much potential for him. We'll have to see what Maresca does with the team and how he involves him. He could continue there with Jackson. You never know. And Jackson might even boom this season as well. So, new coach, new way of playing as well. It might complement Jackson. It might complement Nkunku. We will really just have to wait and see. Sanchez as well there. Reason why I've doubled up there. Honestly, what I would also do is maybe triple up if I could. I do want to go for Palmer, but it's just finding that extra million in order to go for him. But yeah, Chelsea also do have some good fixtures straight after. But for me, it's the teams that have, especially the big teams that have new coaches, like Chelsea, like Liverpool. I am a bit scared to go for them because I'm really not sure how this new manager change is going to affect them. And it could take a couple of games for them to get into it. I mean, yes, there are some fixture-proof guys like Mo Salah. I think we can even say manager change-proof guys like Mo Salah. And it's not even about the minutes, but it's more about the who's going to be the spear of the team, who's going to be the one that's really be the high impactful player, and making sure that you have those players. So, like defensively, we're trying to figure out who's going to be playing Cucurella or is it going to be Chilwell, you know? So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see there. Um, um, yeah, I mentioned Smith Rowe. I think Faze is obvious in the sense that he was one of the main men in the defense there for Leicester City. And he's 4.0, so he's just a cheap way into that team basically. So yeah, guys. So that's my team. Please, you know what I said. Please hit that like button if you really enjoyed this team, and also comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of my team. What would your Haaland, no Salah draft look like? I will be creating a Salah draft. I will be creating a Haaland draft as well, and I will be dropping it on the page. So look out for that. And yeah, let me know what you guys are struggling with, what you want to know with. I do want to do a beginner series, sort of strategy series to help you guys plan your team. So that will be coming out soon. Other than that, guys, please enjoy and make sure you just have fun. See you in the next video.